Hi, I am Wolf Van Halen. I've been with D'Addario my whole life with Van Halen on bass. There's just nothing better. And I say it right, D'Addario. Nobody f***ing says it right.
Hey, this is John Bohlinger with Premier Guitar. I'm with Dweezil Zappa. Hey. We are in Minglewood in Memphis, Tennessee. Dweezil, thanks for having us, man.
Thanks for being here, yeah.
Excited to see you and excited to see this guitar. I didn't know if you'd have it with you. This is the shut up and play your guitar, right?
It is the actual Les Paul from the record, but the pickups are different at this point. At some point, probably around 1986 or 87, he put these pickups in here, and I actually don't know what these are. I think they're Dan Armstrong pickups.
Oh, really?
They look like they're these ceramic pickups, but the pickups that were in this guitar got moved to the Roxy SG, and so they're in that guitar, and that one got changed after TWA destroyed it.
Yeah.
It had a big crack in the body, so he put a new pick guard on it and then changed the electronics.
Oh,
so a lot of things changed, but I have both of these guitars because the tour is called Apostrophe, which is that we're playing a lot of stuff from the Roxy Elsewhere and the Apostrophe album. So that SG was played on both of those records. But then I opened the show with a tune from Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. So on this tour, it's the Deathless Horsey. And that has this crazy effect on it where it's like a doubling, but a massive wah sound and some phaser. So it's a very affected sound.
Okay, so this is how you're opening the show, and
Right.
and the modifications were made by Frank.
Yeah, well, this guitar, everybody probably is curious. There's some weird stuff he used to try to do with making it into like a synthesizer controller.
Right.
But he didn't stick with that for too long because it wouldn't track very well. But in the guitar, in the guitar itself, you've got a master volume, and then you've got switches to turn on different parts of the preamps and things. And what you really end up with is a boosted signal, lots of gain, and then you have a parametric EQ that's set up like a wah because this is on a rotary switch.
Really?
So you can choose which part where you would want to park.
Oh, so it like cocks the wah.
Yeah, let me find like a sound where you can hear it. You know, there's not a lot of gain on this sound, so you'll really be able to hear what this is doing.
Yeah.
So it really changes, and you can get some interesting sounds, but it affects each pickup position differently. Well, that's an interesting sound.
Yeah.
So that's like a real out of phase sound. And this will be kind of almost more stratty. So all from the guitar. And my dad used to do that where he would find a sweet spot on stage and dial in the part where it would feed back.
Right.
So he could, you know, just find it and then stay in that position.
So did Frank like walk you through how these things, I mean, there's there's no manual or anything. Did he like show you how this stuff works?
Not really.
You just figured it out.
Yeah, I would talk to him about some of the things he liked to get out of the guitar and what he was looking for, and then just from trial and error, I would recreate some of the sounds that I would hear him go for.
Yeah.
And I just learned that he really liked having the guitar be accessible for when he wanted to find that feedback node that worked, where he could just get what he wanted, especially if he had a vibrato bar and he wanted to get like zoodalours or something.
Yeah, yeah. I saw one of your, I think it was a TikTok or Instagram video where you're getting this like sustain forever on a different guitar.
Yeah.
And I was trying, you're going to reveal how you did it. But
there's different ways of doing it. There's lots of different things that you can do to get sustain, whether it's the traditional manner or the false harmonic sustain.
Yeah.
So I have various versions of that in the rig at this time, which we can go over some different sounds.
Yeah, cool.
If you want to hear some different things.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear all of it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's so cool that you know, Frank has the weird knobs, and then on your signature you put in these weird.
Yeah, there's just the one thing where you can pull up, and when it's in the out of phase position, it sounds like an Octavia.
Yeah, we got to get to that because it's
really
pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, great. Is there any other secret?
I mean, this thing really, that's the majority of what you'll get out of it. You just have to turn knobs till you find something that you like.
Yeah,
you know? You can get some like really razor blade thin sounds that he'd like to get sometimes. You know, let's see if we can find something.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's cool as you get like a lot of attack, a lot of definition, but you don't expect it from a Les Paul.
No, because it's and when you get in that neck thing and it's so rich and warm, you wouldn't imagine you can get that crazy video game sound.
Right,
too.
and then you know this is on a sound that doesn't have a whole lot of gain. Now, when you start adding a lot of harmonics and distortion, or fuzz or whatever, you get a whole other thing out of turning these knobs, you know. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. And can you, before we roll, just show me that
the cable. So a long time ago, probably 20 years ago, this company called Zizix made these things called Snapjacks. They don't make them anymore, but this is a magnetic end. You know, you could have a straight connector here, and then you just take this and it just goes like that. So you could.
That's so quick.
Yeah.
God, that's
and then
great.
if you have a Strat, you can have I mean, this is the, sorry, this one's not the straight one. This is the angled one. But if you have the straight one on a different guitar, you know, you just have this part of the cable that you attach, and you don't have to put different attachments. You know.
What a great idea.
They went on to use this same concept in the world of medical equipment and made probably a lot more money than guitar stuff. You know?
Yeah, those buyers have a lot more money than guitar players.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh,
so that's pretty cool. But now.